all of these next 2 or 3 or 4 phases of recovery are better because of the preparation of the economy that you have created, and we appreciate it. I have been out in our community since this storm, before it began, in it every day since it was here, and folks are cutting trees, putting power lines up, feeding their neighbors, loving each other, caring for each other, and they have incredible hope and optimism in the future. It tells me something that you brought the administrator of the Small Business Association here today, that you're thinking about the future too. I own a small business, and they're the lifeblood of our economy in New Hanover County, and we thank you for being here and for your leadership.
It's really nice. I appreciate it very much. The economy is fortunately doing really well, and I would say maybe the best economy our country has ever had. So that's important, and we want to get everybody back to work so they can, take the orders, because this area has been very badly damaged. But we'll get it up and working again, Governor, very quickly. I have no doubt about it. Anybody else? Anybody? Yes.
Mr. President, hi, I'm Jerry Jones, Mayor of Morehead City, and just on behalf of a grateful community, and not just about Morehead, but about coastal North Carolina, your presence here today means a whole lot to all of us. It means, we're not left stranded alone on this island. It means the federal government's here helping us, along with the state government and many local governments. And being a mayor of a small town and having to be in the boots on the ground and walking the food lines with my constituents, and not just my constituents, I'm the people from outside the county. Just building up something that you said earlier about community pride and spirit. The community spirit is, and from what I've witnessed, is as high as it's ever been. It is not, and what I've learned also, that communities aren't just in neighborhoods or not just in towns and states. I'm talking about a national community. People have come from all over the nation to come to Carteret County to assist us. And just on my way up here, I had 3 phone calls from people throughout the state that wanted to bring provisions down to Carteret County, and some helping organize that. And when I walk through the lines of the people, and I have to say, this is my first experience. I've never stood in line before to get a drink of water or a meal or sandwich or anyway. The people, when I ask them, my first question to them is how are you? Are you safe? And they said, yeah, we're safe. However, my neighbor, they lost everything they had. My house is underwater. And my response to them always is, yes, but at least we are here today talking about it. And they always just give praise to God when that's mentioned. And so I know we'll get through this together. It's baby steps, as we all mentioned. Although it happened overnight, the rebuilding's not going to be overnight, but from the state, local level, federal level, we'll make it happen. And again, just the presence of everybody around this table is going to mean a whole lot to everybody affected with Hurricane Florence. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Appreciate it.
Mr. President, Mark Mansfield, Chairman of the Carteret County Commissioners, and I want to thank you and your team for coming down, Governor Cooper, Senator Tillis, Senator Burr, and other representatives. But I'd especially like to thank Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest. He came down today after Hurricane and visited us personally in the Emergency Operations Center. Things are still dire in Carteret County. We have over half of our whole county is without power. We obviously have had the river and the creek flooding, storm surge flooding in Wilson and Stacy. They had probably 8 to 12 feet of water in homes. These people have been displaced, and we are temporarily sheltering neighbors or sheltering. We're going to need help with shelter. The big thing is public safety. We haven't had trash pickup since the Wednesday before the storm. They cut and run. We're getting back open now. But for health reasons, we need to make sure that we get all of you guys help to expedite the boots on the ground. I mean, I know protocols and procedures, we've got manuals, but as I look around, I see the military force here. Anybody who's done training, training's one thing, but being in a foxhole when the bullets are coming by your head are completely different. And we hopefully will have all your continued support to help our boots on the ground, facilitate the resources, help the people of our county and the surrounding counties in eastern North Carolina. Thank all you guys again. We appreciate all you're doing, and we'll probably be asking for more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Excuse me? Yes, please.
Mr. President, thank you so much for being here, for coming to North Carolina. The story for Duke Energy is also a story of partnership. And so I'm pleased to report that we've restored 1.5 million citizens for power. We have 150,000 to go, and we will not leave until that power is restored. We've had an opportunity to work with so many around the table that have made it possible, with the governor and his administration, with Director Sprayberry, with the federal agencies, Secretary Nielsen, Undersecretary Krebs, not only the planning but the resources necessary to restore power on this scale. So we thank you for the leadership and the partnership that's made it possible, and we're anxious to get 150,000 more citizens back.
Good. Thank you very much. And how is Lake Norman, that area? How is that doing?
Good.
It's doing good?
But still 10 or 12 inches of
I
rain.
love that area. I can't tell you why, but I love that area. It's been really terrific.
Mr. President.
Yes.
Mr. President, Secretary Mattis gave us very clear direction from the Department of Defense to make sure that we anticipated every need that the states could have so we could help the citizens. Governor Cooper's team here was phenomenal to help us understand what exactly those needs were going to be so we could pre-posture and be ready for immediate response. So hats off to Governor Cooper and the broader team here in North Carolina. And also at FEMA, Brock Long was able to help us coordinate that federal response that was seamlessly tied into the state and local efforts. And I'd like to highlight, Mr. President, that there are 28 different states that have contributed to the National Guard through the EMACs, the compacts that they have with the state of North Carolina, between North Carolina and South Carolina, and that just shows the strength of the National Guard as well, Mr. President.
Thank you. Great job, Jim. Appreciate it. Okay. Thank you very much. Let's get back to work. Thank you.
I'll tell you, it's great. Thank you for that.
You see my brother before I see
I know she could probably